And now I want to talk about what a model is. An axiomatic theory is very abstract. We have undefined terms. We don't know what those terms are, but we can create a model. And what a model is, it interprets those undefined terms. So David Hilbert was famous for saying, you have a theory, it doesn't matter what the terms are. They could be table, chair, mug, whatever. And if you have a good set of axioms, you can prove theorems. You don't need to know what you're proving theorems about. Now, of course, in practice, mathematicians have some idea of how these things relate. But in practice, they can also give different interpretations to different of the undefined terms. And we'll see two examples in this talk of how we can interpret the undefined terms to give a model. And so the interpretation is called a model. And this next sentence is about the value of a model, or a value of an abstract theory. And that is, if you work at the level of the abstract theory, which is a very subtle level, if you prove something in very abstract terms where you have not interpreted the undefined terms, then what you prove is true in every model. So you do one proof and you're done for all possible models. So it's extremely efficient to work at that abstract level. And we know that from Maharshi's Vedic science, that if you can function at the home of all the laws of nature, then your action is more efficient and more effective. Now, what we've done in our second the second paper that I showed at the beginning, is this is a very important point. A consistent, concrete model of an axiomatic system establishes the consistency of the theory itself. And this morning, if you heard Dr. Hagelin, he said, well, the physical world around us is consistent. And he said, you can imagine a Cocker Spaniel with a toaster oven head, but you'll never see one. It's not consistent. It's just an imagination. It couldn't exist. There's no way for it to eat or breathe or anything. So what we want to do is get a concrete model for something abstract, and then we know it's consistent. So the idea of a Cocker Spaniel with a toaster oven head, I mean, I think we can all agree that we're not going to find an example, but if somebody came in with an example, they would say, oh, Dr. Hagelin's imagination was actually consistent. So this is the idea of our paper, and in the paper, we give several different models, very concrete models that make sense. And these models show that his theory is consistent. And this is one thing you always want to do if you have a system of axioms. You want to show that the theory that they define is a consistent theory.